And a good evening, everyone. Welcome in to Malvern and East Mills High School along the Agrivision Equipment Tournament Trail, as it is a Class 1A District 14 semifinal matchup between the East Mills Wolverines and the Stanton Vikings. Ryan Matheny alongside Brian Bertini with you here tonight as we bring you Tournament Trail basketball. Big thanks to the folks at Agrivision Equipment Group for taking care of us all throughout the postseason. Also to our game sponsors tonight, Low Rent Properties of Shenandoah, Sydney, Malvern, and Tabor. And to Malvern Bank for bringing you all the action. And a big thanks to the folks at Urban Developments, Matt and Julie Urban, for taking care of the live stream costs to video stream this game and make it all possible. Tonight, a matchup between two corner conference foes that know each other well. East Mills 20-1 on the season, ranked 9th in the state against Stanton, 13-9 overall. East Mills has swept all three games from Stanton this season, 68-40 on December 8th, 62-51 on January 20th, and 64-52 on January 23rd. Brian, when you get to this point in the season, your fourth matchup against a team, there are zero secrets between these two teams.
Yeah, there really is, and the games have been fairly close, especially the last couple. So they match up well, and I think, as Coach Griebel would probably like to say, if we can kind of control and not let East Mills go on some big runs, because they've got five guys on the floor at the starting five that can put up points from anywhere, that if we can limit some big runs, stay close, and get to the fourth quarter, you keep within a couple possessions, and we saw, Ryan, any tournament basketball, anything can happen. And yes, East Mills has won 16 in a row. They're 20-1, but I think this is a matchup that Coach Kevin Schaefer and Jim Doyle over there probably going, man, we're sitting pretty good, and we got a team that 13-9 record is a little deceptive, isn't it?
That's right. For Stanton, it starts with their two guards, Nolan Grebin and Evan Gettler. Grebin averages almost 19 points per game, also almost 8 rebounds a game as a guard. Evan Gettler, the junior guard, 14 points a game and 4 rebounds. Logan French, senior, kind of a post player, 11.2 points per game. Brody Gibbs, a junior, down low with 5.4 points per game. And then Gavin Ford, also with a 4.1 points per game coming into this one. Brian, Stanton's a team, they don't have a ton of size. East Mills really doesn't have a ton of size either. Stanton, I saw them earlier this week against Lennox. They put an emphasis on rebounding. When you see a guy like Nolan Grebin who can fill it up from everywhere, but also grabbing 8 boards a game as a 6'1" guard, you got to love the heart from a guy like Grebin.
Well, this is it. This is, if you play really well, you can advance your season, get to the next round. The winner of this is going to play the winner of Bedford Southwest Valley next Tuesday night. If you have an off night, your season's over. And as a senior, that it ends the career. So, yeah, you're going to see a gutsy effort. You're going to see guys that are going to give everything they can for 32 minutes if it's regulation. And on the flip side, Coach Kevin Schaefer and his staff, they've got some guys that can fill it up as well, don't they?
That's right. This East Mills squad, a lot of experience. They start 4 seniors and a junior. They have 3 guys that average in double figures. Their other 2 starters are at 7 and 9 points per game. This is a team that can score all over the floor. They're led by Jackson Embry, the junior in the lineup, 13.1 points per game and 7 rebounds. Lane Maston, a senior, down low, 12.2 points per game to go along with 7.3 rebounds. Kyler Williams, he'll play out on the edge, 10.7 points per game. Lincoln Palmer, a senior, at 9.1 points per game. And then Zach Thornburg, the point guard for East Mills, at 7.1 points per game, as well as 4 assists entering play. East Mills, a team not very deep once they get into their bench, but that starting 5, Brian, when you get to this point in the season, if you have 4 seniors and a junior that are out there, you cannot replace that kind of experience when you get into this kind of...
No, it's like having coaches on the floor. You can trust Coach Kevin Schaefer can just trust those players. They can make adjustments on the fly, make little things that Coach doesn't have to worry about. And that's such a huge advantage, especially when you get into tournament play when the emphasis on importance is amped up a little bit. And, of course, we got a big crowd here tonight. The crowd noise could get loud. If this game stays close late, those possessions are going to be maximized. And that foul thing could be huge with the free throws late in the game.
Looking forward to this one. We'll take a break for the national anthem. East Mills and Stanton coming up on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
The Ice House Restaurant and Sports Bar is your home for food, fun, and friendly service before and after all local games this season. But that's not all. Stop in to watch a college or pro game on one of their 19 TVs. Plus, with 8 different beers on tap, daily meal specials, a free-to-use party room, and plenty of seating, the Ice House in Clarinda just goes with your sports plans. And speaking of plans, make sure to like their Facebook page to be the first to learn about events happening at the Ice House in Clarinda.
People ask me what my dad does. I still don't have exactly the right answer. This is Sadie, and my dad is Shane from Schaff Ag. I know he takes calls and texts early in the morning and late at night. I know he does research to find the best products at the best prices. And I know he says, I'll get that done for you. But I guess I'm still not sure what all is involved in every aspect of agronomy. But I know my dad does it all. Call Shane at Schaff Ag and see for yourself. 712-520-1333.
My name is Dr. Katie Greer, and I am an orthopedic surgeon specializing in foot and ankle surgery at Shenandoah Medical Center. At SMC, we are able to offer a wide range of treatment options to reduce pain and improve mobility, including surgery, pain-relieving injections, and specialized physical therapy. To learn more about all of the orthopedic services provided at Shenandoah Medical Center, please call us at 712-246-7400.
And we are about ready to go between East Mills and Stanton. A trip to the district final on the line. Again for East Mills, Zach Thornburg, Kyler Williams, Lane Maston, Jackson Embry, and Lincoln Palmer. For Stanton, Nolan Greben, Evan Gettler, Gavin Ford, Brody Gibbs, and Logan French. Gavin Ford set to jump it up against Lane Maston. And we are underway, district semifinal basketball, and Maston, that's a no-no. You can't grab the opening tip, so we'll reset and we'll try this again. Kind of anticlimactic start. So Lane Maston again to jump it up against Gavin Ford. The tip ends up in the hands of Stanton. They will have the basketball first, going left to right, and Nolan Greben goes right to work, gives this off to Gavin Ford. Kicks back to Greben, who will hoist up a 3-ball. It's no good. Offensive rebound to Brody Gibbs. He gets another possession for the Vikings. Now Gibbs has his pass batted out of bounds by Zach Thornburg. It'll stay with Stanton.
Well, there's that one thing you're talking about, the extra emphasis by the stud on rebounding resulted in a good offensive rebound right there to start this game.
Stanton inbounds it from their own baseline. They get it out to Nolan Greben, the lefty senior guard. 19 points a game. Pick and roll action to Brody Gibbs, who had his shot blocked through some contact, and now East Mills heads the other way. Zach Thornburg drives into the lane, jump stop, into some contact. He draws a foul and will go to the free throw line for 2.
And one thing you got to remember, too, officiating has a huge factor in these games because if the game's called kind of tight, players have to adjust, and they could, if these teams, neither one of them blessed with a tremendous amount of depth, have an impact. If they let you play a little bit, you can really push the issue a little bit. So Zach Thornburg.
First free throw way off the mark.
So he's going to say the basket's still moving. He's a little
there we go.
Got a little grin on his face. He goes, we're going to try this again.
Just a 41% free throw shooter, and he misses the second one. Rebound corralled by Stanton and Gavin Ford. So no score.
These teams, 3 matches to this year over the course of many years. Guys, there's no secrets. It's just a matter of who's going to be probably better at executing.
Greben goes right to the rim and lays it home. Brian, Greben went through a lot of contact, but a good soft finish at the rim.
Yeah, the soft finish is key right there. He absorbed it, but then bounced it off. And Vikings strike first here in this ball game.
7 minutes left here in the first, 2-0 as East Mills goes the other way with the basketball. Kyler Williams cut off. He'll give it out to Lincoln Palmer. Palmer dribbles back out to the three-point line and then has it poked away. It will stay with East Mills with 14 on the shot clock.
The Vikings thought it was off the Palmer, but they're going to stay here at this end.
So East Mills with the basketball. Kick into the corner. Kyler Williams hoists up a 3. It's no good. Offensive rebound, Lane Maston to keep things alive. And a fresh 35 for the Wolverines. Lincoln Palmer going to work. A little up and under move. Misses the shot. Brody Gibbs pulls down the board.
Good defense. Nice move by Palmer. Just didn't get the right angle.
Here comes Stanton the other way. Greben pull-up jumper. Splashes home for 2.
Well, that's a great start from Coach Weiss and his stat right there, or Jeff Greben, because he loves to see him get off going early.
4-0, Stanton in front. Here comes Thornburg quickly the other way. Has his pass stolen. Gettler gets a hand on it. Now Gettler leads the break the other way. Shovels it back, and Stanton will reset their offense.
Good start for the Vikings here in this game. They didn't want to get down in the hole early. They wanted to be in control.
Pick and roll, and the pass a little too tall. Kyler Williams steals it for East Mills. Here come the Vikings. Lane Maston into some contact and missed the shot.
They let him play through that.
Brody Gibbs pulls it down, and now Stanton going the other way with the basketball. Down in the block, it's Gibbs. He'll hand it back to Grebin. Hoist up a 12-foot jumper. That one no good, and the rebound pulled down by Lane Maston. East Mills will run.
I thought he kind of faded away a little awkwardly on that shot right there. Left it tad short.
Here's Lincoln Palmer going to work on Gibbs. He gets fouled and will shoot two.
Nice little hesitation moving by Lincoln Palmer. Got the defender right there. I think that was
on Gibbs.
Gibbs, just in the air, just enough right there on the down contact. So see some more free throws coming up for the Wolverines.
Lincoln Palmer knocks down the first. Stanton will get a sub into the game. Preston Carpenter checks in for Brody Gibbs. And now Lincoln Palmer will shoot one more.
Yeah, key that Coach Grebin and staff, they're going to really have to monitor foul trouble. They can't afford somebody to pick up, too many fouls early and kind of really take away that aggressiveness.
4-1, Stanton leads after the missed free throw. Into the lane it goes French, hands it off to Carpenter, who misses the shot, and the rebound pulled down by Lincoln Palmer. Now East Mills comes into the front court. Zach Thornburg has it poked away and stolen by Nolan Grebin. Grebin leads the charge the other way. He pulls up, has his shot blocked by Lincoln Palmer. Good play from Palmer in transition. Now here's a near steal by Gavin Ford, who goes flying into the East Mills bench. Back and forth we go. The tempo picking up in this one.
Yeah, well, I think the intensity of the Vikings defense right now has kind of got the Wolverines a little caught off guard.
4:50 left here in the first. 4-1, Stanton leads East Mills. Into the front court go the Wolverines. A pick and roll from Maston, gets under the rim and lays it up and in. And Brian, great job by Maston to use the rim to protect him from the shot block.
Exactly right. And not force that shot up.
4-3, East Mills trails Stanton. Stanton with the basketball. Logan French gives this back to Gettler, top of the key. Back to French, right wing. He'll get a screen from Carpenter. Steps back, now finds Grebin, top of the key, 16 to shoot for the Vikings. Grebin guarded by Williams, one-on-one, throws it over into the corner. Gavin Ford dribbles it back out. Stanton resets. High pick and roll, Logan French down the left side. Into the lane goes Ford, has it poked away and stolen. Kyler Williams got a hand on it, now East Mills comes the other way. Here's Williams into the front court, hesitates, now goes down the left side of the lane, misses the shot, and the rebound corralled by Gavin Ford. Stanton wants to run. Grebin into the front court, shovels it into the corner, French into the lane. French traveled with it.
Yeah, just drugged that foot as he tried to change direction a little bit. So yeah, we've seen some good offensive takes by both squads, but it's pretty good stout post defense. Played, just about 5 minutes, 4-3 right now.
Caleb Urban and Sheldon Vandenberg will both check into the contest for East Mills.
Coach Schaefer probably trying to get some guys in early, kind of get that anxiety out so they can kind of settle in. And also give some of those guys a break. As you mentioned, pretty frenetic pace here to start this ball game.
Into the lane, Lincoln Palmer going right at Gavin Ford, and he draws the foul. Seemed kind of a concerted effort here, Brian, from East Mills to get the ball inside to Palmer and to Maston and to go right at these guys from Stanton, maybe draw some foul trouble.
Yeah, attack the rim, draw some contact, maybe get the and ones.
There's Lincoln Palmer, the senior, 52% free throw shooter. He makes the first.
And that's the 13th foul. East Mills yet to commit a foul, Ryan. So Coach Schaefer's got to like where that zero's hanging there on the foul department.
Derek Bartlett into the game for Stanton. One more free throw here for Lincoln Palmer. And it's no good. And then a battle for the board. It will stay with East Mills. Nolan Grebin was up in a battle there, Brian. He ended up on the ground.
I think he felt the ball was tapped out of his hand. It was kind of an awkward looking thing, but the officials kind of concurred they're going to keep it here for East Mills.
So East Mills gets the basketball into the post. Lane Maston turnaround jumper. No good. Maston gets his own rebound and then soft touch off the back iron for two.
Yeah, nice soft touch you mentioned. Just got enough of it quick off the floor. East Mills their first lead of the night.
6-4, Wolverines in front, 3:20 left in the first. Vikings going to a handoff offense. Gettler long two on the way. That missed off the edge of the rim. And now East Mills will push. Palmer hesitates, now gets into the lane, lays it up and in.
I like the hesitation move right there as he attacked the rim. Quick points here.
Here's a three in transition by Grebin, who misses it. Rebound pulled down by East Mills. Wolverines again will run. Caleb Urban into the front court, swinging around to the other side. Maston fires up a three ball. It's good.
I thought that might prompt the timeout. A little bit of about an 8-0 run here right now by the Wolverines.
2:40 left in the first. Here comes Stanton with the ball the other way. Driving the lane is French. Back out to Bartlett. Bartlett stops at the free throw line. Gettler, he gets a little room. Pull up, 9-foot jumper is no good. A big rebound that time by Lane Maston.
Well, since those two first baskets by Nolan Grebin, the Vikings have gone ice cold here.
East Mills the other way. 2:15 left in the first. Here is Maston in the short corner. Hits a cutting Vandenberg at the rim, who missed the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Stanton basketball. Vikings will get Jacob Martin into the game for the first time tonight. So that's an 11-0 run for East Mills. It started out 4-0 Stanton.
That's right.
So they've scored the last 11. 2 minutes left in the first. Grebin with it up front, trying to stop the drought. Now Jacob Martin, spin move, gets up and under, puts a shot up and gets fouled. And Jacob Martin comes off the bench, provides a little spark here for Stanton.
Well, he got deep in the lane and got a pivot, used the defender kind of as a pivot point, got up, did that little kind of running little hook shot right there in the lane, got contact, and almost a sigh of relief right there. He gets some chance to get some points here, as you mentioned, kind of stop this 11-0 run.
Jacob Martin to the free throw line, and he makes the first. That does stop the run.
And we talked about at the top of the broadcast, they can't let East Mills goes on those big runs to kind of get that separation here. They got to stay close here in this first quarter.
One more free throw coming for Jacob Martin. And it's no good. Maston with the board. East Mills in front, 11-5. Wolverines slow the tempo down here as Urban will bring it across the timeline. Urban in the corner, now gets it back on the block, lost the ball for a second. And now a return pass is stolen by Jacob Martin. Martin goes all the way to the rim and lays it up, and talk about making an impact off the bench. Jacob Martin.
Great steal. And actually a pretty good job by Lincoln Palmer not to enhance that problem and foul, give him the layup, and get down and get to work on offense.
Wolverines into the front court. They go into the block to Lincoln Palmer. Guarded by Grebin. Palmer, physical battle down there, misses the shot. And then on the rebound, it was stepping out of bounds. Sheldon Vandenberg came down with it and then was out of bounds. Zach Thornburg and Kyler Williams will both check in as Embry and Maston head to the bench.
Well, that was an important little run right there as they withstood that 11-0 run, got it back, now get a chance to get this into a one-possession game here at that 1 minute mark, Ryan.
1:05 left in the first, 11-7. East Mills leads it. Nolan Grebin out front, hands it off to Jacob Martin. Martin again going to work in the lane. Hesitates, then puts the shot up, and it rolls in. That one went and touched every part of the rim multiple times.
That's a big basket right there. They've answered with four of their own quick.
That's a 5-0 run for Jacob Martin by himself. Going the other way, Vandenberg misses a shot. Offensive rebound to the Wolverines.
Oh, they're called travel.
Called on Caleb Urban.
That was big because the defender was in the air. It was going to be a foul, probably free throws coming up. And now, chance to tie or take the lead here for the Vikings.
40 seconds left in the first. Stanton, they could pretty much run it down to about 4 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, I think they're going to let Grebin see if he can get maybe probably a little two-man game on the side here.
They've got Gettler in the corner. He's another good shooter for Stanton.
And Derek key is, where's the weak side help going to come from? They're going to read it here. They're going to switch it off.
Gettler gets the basketball, runs off a screen, top of the key, hesitates, has it stripped on the way in. Here comes Vandenberg the other way, to the rim, lays it in. Sheldon Vandenberg collects a 2 for East Mills. Quickly the other way, Gettler into some contact, misses the shot, and the quarter comes to an end. East Mills leads Stanton after 1, 13-9. We take a break. More coming up on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Dealing with a chronic respiratory condition? Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community.
Welcome back into Malvern as we go to quarter number 2. East Mills leads Stanton 13-9, an 11-0 run for the Wolverines. And Brian, over that quarter break, we found out something.
Huge historic event. Caitlin Clark, Iowa women's basketball player, now the all-time leading women. She's got 11 points in the first quarter. Iowa women playing a game against Michigan, but she has now reached that number. What an incredible achievement.
As here's East Mills in the front court with the basketball. Missed shot by Maston, and then another missed shot on the putback. And now Stanton comes the other way with it. Nolan Grebin goes into the front court. He misses a shot. Offensive rebound by guess who? Jacob Martin.
Well, he's been right place, right time tonight. That's a big basket as they stay within one possession here early second quarter.
Jacob Martin has 7 points off the bench. Here's a jumper from Lane Maston. Long 2 goes home.
Well, the defender fell down. Maston saw an opening right there. Didn't force it. I like what he did. It just kept his feet underneath him, hit a good, nice little mid-range jump shot.
There's Logan French getting down the lane. Throws up a crazy scoop shot, and it goes in.
Maybe not the shot Coach White's Gribben would like, but it counted the same points, and it keeps them with, again, one possession.
7 minutes left here in the half. East Mills up 15-13. Caleb Urban. Jiven goes down the lane. Tough shot is no good. An offensive rebound by Kyler Williams. He has his shot blocked by Nolan Grebin.
Wow.
Grebin forces the tempo the other way. He'll turn and hand it off to Logan French. Now French gets into the lane. Leaves this off for Jacob Martin. Has his pocket picked. Going the other way is Jackson Embry. And Embry has his shot blocked by Martin.
Good defense at both ends of the floor right there. I think Coach Schaefer was telling him, just take that up. He tried to swing back to the middle, and it ended up coming back into the area of the defender and got a piece of that. I think if Embry would have stayed on the left-hand side, probably had an uncontested left-handed layup. And he's been kind of quiet tonight, hasn't he, so far?
That's right. Jackson Embry has not scored. Lane Maston, 9 points and 6 rebounds already for the East Mills post. East Mills gets it in. Kyler Williams putting on some post moves, but missed it from point-blank range. Tapped out into the hands of Maston. He goes right back down to Williams. And good stick-to-itiveness there from Kyler Williams at 17-13.
Yeah, Williams held his post possession down there, got the ball back, kicked it off the glass.
Stanton comes the other way with the basketball. Gavin Ford gives it over to French at the left wing. 6 minutes left here in the half. French going down the right side, kick out. Grebin, 3-ball is no good. Rebound to Zach Thornton. And one thing Thornton does when he gets the ball, he's off and running the other way. Thornton, kick back, wide open 3 for Lincoln. Palmer is good.
Nobody come out to challenge Palmer. 3, so another little mini run right here by the Wolverines.
20-13, East Mills in front. 5:35 left in the second. Stanton goes into a half-court set here. Trying to get Gavin Ford free, top of the key. Gettler catch and shoot 3 from the right side to answer is good.
That's a big shot, and Coach
Donnie Weiss is going to take a timeout for
there.
Stanton. 5:22 left in the second. 20-16, East Mills leads it on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
20-16, East Mills leads Stanton here in a Class 1A district semifinal matchup. Out of the timeout, East Mills will have the ball.
A little quick timeout. I think Coach Weiss wanted to kind of reorganize defense, maybe talk about some things they need to do defensively in the half court.
So East Mills will bring it into the front court. Zach Thornburg holds at the left side.
And went back to almost kind of a matchup zone here.
There's Thornburg starting down and tries to shovel it into the middle of the lane. It's a loose ball, poked into the backcourt. Jackson Embry collects it with 10 to shoot. Embry brings it ahead. Palmer, 3 from the left side. That's short. Rebound tapped into the hands of Brody Gibbs. Now Stanton will push. Grebin gets into the front court. In the corner, 3 from Logan French. Air ball. And now Zach Thornburg puts it into fifth gear. Overdrive down the lane. He gets fouled. It's on the floor on Evan Getler, his first, team's first.
Yeah, one thing about Thornburg, when he gets the ball anywhere there, it
like
takes
shot
him
out
about
of a cannon,
4 dribbles to get to the other end of the floor. But he can get so deep, and as a shooter, you can be ready for the kick out because he'll feed you on the perimeter.
East Mills will inbound. Kyler Williams throws this one out front to Thornburg. In that kind of a matchup zone here from Stanton. Here's an open 3, and it goes down. But Sheldon Vandenberg knocks that one down.
Wide open, nobody challenging him. He does what he has to do, is bury the shot.
East Mills goes in front by 7. There's a turnover by Stanton as the pass a little bit wide of Grebin.
This is that danger zone situation right now for the Vikings. They can't fall behind. They're within 7 still here, but they don't want the Wolverines to get double-digit lead here going into halftime.
4:15 left in the second. East Mills up by 7. Thornburg off the pick and roll, throws over to Williams right side. Williams puts it on the deck, gives it back to Palmer. Palmer going to work. Grebin hits the floor. Now Palmer kicks it out. East Mills with an advantage. They swing it. Vandenberg misses the 3. Offensive rebound, Thornburg. Leaves it off to Palmer, misses from point-blank range. And Grebin finally clears it out for the Vikings. In the front court, Getler transition 3, missed everything short. It will be East Mills basketball.
Remember, this is the East Mills team led by Jackson Embry. He's yet to score yet tonight. So
that's right.
Coach Weiss and Grebin over there on the Stanton sideline got to be thinking, guys, we've got Embry where we want him, not on the board, but we've got to really stay close here because if he gets hot, Wolverines can really go in the next gear.
East Mills walks it ahead. Thornburg will run point, steps over to the right wing. High post, good look for Kyler Williams. He has to kick it out to Vandenberg. 18 to shoot. Vandenberg gets in the lane, leaves it off for Palmer at the left elbow. Palmer drives to the right side. Kick out. Thornburg thought about a 3. Now he gets into the lane, through some contact, and it rattles home.
Good job by Zach, the lefty right there, adjusting the body. Home court roll right there. And again, 9-point lead right now for the Wolverines.
Here comes Stanton. They need a bucket on this trip. Here's Derek Bartlett in the short corner with it. Now he'll dribble back out to the 3-point line. Bartlett using his left hand. Tough jumper from the free throw line is no good. And East Mills at the board.
No purple shirts anywhere near the offensive glass right there in that possession.
So East Mills has got the lead out to 9 with 2:45 left in the second. Palmer working at the high post. Puts it on the ground, spin move to his right, puts it up and in. Lincoln Palmer has 9. And the East Mills lead into double digits at 27-16. Grebin through some contact, airballs the shot. Vandenberg pulls down the board. East Mills into the front court with it. Zach Thornburg will wait for Lincoln Palmer to...
He took a pretty good shot by Grebin right there. Teammates waited for him to get the other end.
Kyler Williams hits a cutting Embry, who hands it off to Palmer. Good ball movement from the Wolverines.
So patience rewarded right there. Let him come down and get into that. He hits that little mid-range shot.
That's a 9-0 run from East Mills. Here's Derek Bartlett. Handoff offense. Long jumper put up by Gavin Ford is no good. And that ball goes out of bounds. It will be East Mills basketball. See a lot of settling for jump shots right now by Stanton, Brian, and they're just not going down for him.
Well, and Nolan Gribbin's having to work really hard to even get some shots off. Hit those first 2, looked really good on the first 2 possessions he had, but East Mills defense really challenging him on the perimeter. Weak side health's been good, and you mentioned just the shot attempts are tough right now for the Vikings.
Contested jumper by Williams is no good. Gavin Ford gets the board. Stanton will run. Bartlett transition 3 ball is short. Williams pulls down the board now for East Mills. And instead he has it stolen as he gets into the front court. There's a three from Grebin. It's no good.
I like the look right there. I mean, that's one you can hit. You know, you can get some momentum going, but shot's a little short.
Kevin Schaefer says let's slow down and get in a set. Caleb Urban running point has this one poked away by Grebin.
I don't know if East Mills has committed a foul yet in this game.
Oh, that's true.
Because they didn't have one the first quarter.
Jackson Embry has one.
Okay.
East Mills will inbound underneath.
No fouls here in this second quarter, so they've been able to play pretty spot-free and really be aggressive.
There's Maston. Gets it to Embry. He fires up a long two. It's no good. Crash in the offensive glass is Maston to force a jump ball, and it will be Stanton basketball. So Stanton gets it on the possession arrow with 1:01 left in the second. 29-16.
This is a huge possession right here, I think. They've got to find a way to get some points and then get a stop, Ryan, maybe early in the next possession here, and maybe get one right before halftime and get a little bit of momentum going here to the break.
So Stanton with the ball, down 13. Evan Gettler will walk it up across the timeline. Vikings run this dribble drive, handoff offense, trying to get Grebin a post touch. In the lane, the lefty puts the shot up, and it's no good. Now East Mills, they can shoot quick for a 2-for-1, or they can hold on. Looks like they're just going to go into their normal set. Maston at the high post with the basketball. Goes it to Palmer in the corner. Palmer hits a rolling Maston, and the ball poked away. Grebin gets on it. Here comes Stanton in the front court. Grebin jump stops in the lane and gets fouled on the floor.
It's not a bad foul. It's the first foul of the quarter here. So an on the floor foul, so it'll have to be a reset.
It's on Lane Maston, his first, team's first of the quarter. 22.3 left in the second. Vikings can hold for the final shot of the half. It appears they will, as Grebin will back it out to half court. Stanton overloads one side. Now they're going to overload the other side. Two-man game up top. Grebin with 5 on the clock. Step back three is well short. Ball goes out of bounds. It stays with Stanton with 1 second on the clock. See what the Vikings' best inbounds play is.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much be a catch and shoot. You're not going to have time to take a dribble. It's going to be up. You have to get rid of it.
There's Grebin, step back at the horn, and he didn't get it off in time. East Mills puts together another big run in the second quarter. They lead Stanton 29-16 at the half. Our halftime report starts next on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
OSI is considered a premier global food provider by many of the world's leading brands. OSI delivers leading-edge food solutions for product development as well as processing. Much of it is done from their Oakland, Iowa plant. Being a leader in the industry allows OSI Oakland to give back to their communities by sponsoring area high school events, offering special programs for veterans, and other community outreach programs. Well, to learn more, visit osigroup.com and search for the Oakland, Iowa location.
Agricultural business majors at Northwest Missouri State University gain the knowledge and the experiences of agriculture as well as business foundations. Northwest's faculty focuses on 4 core areas: agricultural finance, agricultural marketing, agricultural policy, and economics of agricultural production. Career opportunities in this field at Northwest include agricultural sales representative, grain merchandising, agricultural lender, operations manager, and claims adjuster. Find out more about an agricultural business major at Northwest Missouri State University.
Halftime here in Malvern. East Mills leads Stanton 29-16. Brian, I think the story of this one so far, East Mills had an 11-0 run in the first quarter, a 14-3 run in the second quarter. The Wolverines have had stretches where they could do no wrong on the offensive end, and Stanton just could not buy a bucket.
Yeah, and they, Nolan Grebin got hot early, hit the first couple shots, and then since then they've really been out of sync, had the Vikings, and credit to the Wolverines defense. They've really been a good job rotating, making all the shot angles really tough. They've been able to push the ball up, and Lincoln Palmer's had a really nice night. He's got some shots on perimeter. He's been really effective on the inside. And again, Jackson Embry yet to score. He's averaging 13 points, but that's the balance of this Wolverine team is they got a guy that's your leading scorer, but everybody else is picking up the slack, and they have a 13-point lead right now.
East Mills led by Lincoln Palmer with 11 points. Lane Maston has 9 points to go along with 7 rebounds. 5 points from Sheldon Vandenberg 2 points each from Kyler Williams and Zach Thornburg in that opening half. 7 points for Jacob Martin to lead the way for Stanton. He came off the bench with a nice little spark. He has 7 for the Vikings. 4 points from Nolan Greben, 3 from Evan Getler, and 2 from Logan French. We're going to step aside, take a little extended break here for halftime. When we come back, it'll be the second half. East Mills leads Stanton 29-16 on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.
Nutrien Ag Solutions is your leading agricultural retailer of crop inputs and expert solutions. And they're your choice in the region for top-of-the-line products and customer service. When nothing short of the best is your standard, talk with Nutrien Ag Solutions in Westboro, Missouri, Coyne, Percival, and Essex, Iowa for fall application and products. Nutrien Ag Solutions, growing your crops and your bottom line.
Since 1892, Mills County families have been choosing Malvern Bank. Throughout the years, you've become a part of our family. At Malvern's Community Bank, you'll work with faces you know and people you can trust. We strive to make you feel at home the moment you walk into our lobby. And Malvern Bank is dedicated to giving back to the local events and organizations that affect your families most. If you'd like to join the Malvern Bank family, stop by our office at 404 Main Street or visit us online at malvern.bank. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC.
Kim Johnson with exciting news for individuals interested.
One of 2.
Well, and East Mills started with that first 4 points. They led 29-16 to break, come out with 4. And the uphill climb gets a little bit taller here for the Vikings.
So Stanton in that zone again. A 2-3 zone as Kyler Williams has with the right wing. East Mills will play catch around the perimeter. Here's a cutting Jackson Embry, and for the first time tonight, Embry is in the scoring column.
Well, you got to be impressed. He didn't really try to force anything that first half either, Ryan. Just kind of let the other teammates get it. He'll get his points. Good start for him in the second half.
And then on the other side, a jump ball will be called. It will stay with Stanton on the alternating possession. So, on the other side of this bracket, we've got to keep an eye on this. Southwest Valley leads Bedford at half, 22-18.
That's big because
that would be
the game is supposed to be at Southwest Valley. If Bedford comes up a little short, who knows where they'll put that.
There's a steal by Zach Thornburg running the other way. Good leave off for Jackson Embry, and he's got 4 straight. And all of a sudden, this is a 20-point ball game, 37-17.
Yeah, this is danger point right now. There's a steal by Lincoln Palmer.
8-1 start to the half for East Mills. In the front court, a foul on the floor on Stanton. Maston, if that was the NBA, that would be a
Maston was hoping. He goes, I wanted that little extra bonus step because I got the basket to fall, but be out of bounds, Wolverines. But still, they've really controlled tempo here in this first couple minutes.
And now Donnie Weiss is going to use a timeout. 6:02 left in the third. 37-17. East Mills leads it on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.
With a chronic respiratory condition, Rogers Pharmacy can provide what you need. Rogers Pharmacy offers a full line of respiratory equipment like oxygen, BiPAP, CPAP, and nebulizers. Rogers Pharmacy isn't a big box pharmacy where you may have to wait for days and weeks to get what you need. They're a full-service, independent, family-owned pharmacy, and they go above and beyond to offer you the quality service and products you deserve. See Rogers Pharmacy in Tarkio, Maryville, Mound City, St. Joseph, and Stanberry, Missouri. Visit Rogers Pharmacy online at rogersrx.com.
Family, they're always there when you need them. We feel the same about banking. At PCSB, we believe in building relationships that never close. That's why we offer ITMs with extended hours and a breadth of digital services for your convenience. But it's our people who create a true connection with our community. We don't stop working for you when the workday is done. We're always your bank, and we're always working for you. PCSB, we believe in you. Visit us online at wearepcsb.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back into Malvern. Out of the timeout, it will be East Mills basketball. 37-17 lead for the Wolverines. Here's a three by Jackson Embry. He's got 7 straight. It's an 11-1 start to the quarter for East Mills.
Well, he says, you know what, guys, I'll help you out in the second half here.
What a start for Kevin Schaefer and his bunch.
Well, and I think really got hats off to the defense of the Wolverines. They just really been in lockdown mode here, only allowing 17 points with a half plus a few minutes the third quarter here.
They're Stanton. They look out of sorts on offense as Lincoln Palmer steps in front of that for a steal. East Mills, 7 steals in the ball game. Here's Zach Thornburg into the lane, leaves it off to a cutting Palmer, who lays it home for 2.
Wow, everything is going right for the home team right now, Ryan.
13-1 start in the second half, and it's 42-17. Here's a 3 from Gavin Ford, misses. Danger time right now as East Mills looks
and
to
smart by the Wolverines
away.
not to push them, but just kind of take their time and really wait for the right position, see if they can get a good look where they want it.
There is Lane Maston to get into the act. He misses a 3. Kyler Williams, though, with the rebound, he misses the putback. And then Brody Gibbs clears it out of there for the Vikings. Stanton will run. Logan French into the lane, has it poked away. It will stay with the Vikings, who will get almost a hockey line change here. Preston Carpenter, Jacob Martin, and Derek Bartlett all into the game.
I think Coach Donnie Weiss is just looking for anything to kind of get a spark going here, Ryan, in this second half. They've been stuck on this 17. That one free throw is the only point they've got in the second half.
Stanton with the ball. Here's Logan French probing the lane. Nolan Greben's already back to the table to check in. French starts to his left, off a screen, back out front, Martin. Martin, jump stop in the lane, up and under, is good and 1.
Well, he's been pretty much the offense tonight.
He has 9 points for him. A foul on Maston, his second, team's second. And now Nolan Greben will check in. Getler heads to the bench, so Donnie Weiss going to give a chance to get Getler on the bench and refocus. One more free throw here for Jacob Martin. And he makes it. So Martin leads Stanton with 10. That stops a 13-1 run for East Mills to start the quarter. Zach Thornburg brings it ahead. Thornburg into the lane on a jump stop. Has his shot blocked, and then a late foul called on Stanton.
He was almost on the come down right there as Thornburg kind of double hits that lefty. He hesitated to dribble right there in the lane. I think he got number 35 on the foul there, didn't he?
I got Derek Bartlett. So Thornburg heads to the charity stripe. The lefty misses the first one. Again, he struggles at the free throw line this season. Just 2 points tonight for Thornburg. One more try at it. And the lefty knocks that one home. 43-20, East Mills in front, 4:25 left in the second. Vikings quickly ahead, Greben loses his footing. It's taken away by Williams, who gets it ahead to Thornburg for an easy layup. 45-20.
He about stepped over the line right there, too. Good job by Thornburg after the made basket to kind of guard the inbound. Trying to see if he could force a turnover.
Stanton will hand this one off. Logan French. Kick back down to Jacob Martin. He goes to work and misses that shot. Rebound to Zach Thornburg. Thornburg will push. Gets it off to Embry, who misses the shot. Kick out on the offensive rebound to Palmer, who misses a 3. Offensive rebound to Lane Maston. He hits a cutting Palmer, who gets double team, no look pass to Maston, shot up and one.
A nice job by Palmer. There's the experience of the seniors right there. He just waited. Maston, backdoor cut. Gotta like the unselfishness play right there of the Wolverines. They dish it out and they continue to build this lead.
And one thing with this East Mills squad, Brian, they move so well without the basketball. Anytime that ball gets stopped, you see 2 or 3 guys who are just cutting to the hoop. And then they're willing to hit those cutters.
And you play with each other long enough right there, you kind of anticipate that move, and you know you release the ball before the player is really actually open. And results on that play.
Hits the free throw. He's got 14. 48-20. East Mills leads it. 3.5 left in the third. Bartlett gets down the lane. Kick out 3 from Jacob Martin is no good. Good block out from Sheldon Vandenberg. As Donnie Weiss says, we got to change this up on defense. Greben pokes that ball away, and then it goes out of bounds. We'll stay with East Mills with 27 on the shot clock.
You got to keep hustling and got to keep hustling. You know, all you got to you can look up at the scoreboard and it feels kind of daunting down by 28, but you make a little bit of a run, push a little bit, close this gap, get some momentum going into the fourth quarter.
3-2 zone here from Stanton. East Mills, 4-out offense. Now they get it down to the baseline. Good look inside to Palmer for 2.
Well, if it continues like that, it's going to pull them out of that zone defense. They're going to have to go man-to-man and try to get some steals in the open court.
Grebin, free throw line jumper is no good. Jacob Martin keeps it alive for the Vikings. Grebin, good pass into the corner to Bartlett for 3. It's no good. Palmer pulls down the board. East Mills has outscored Stanton 21-4 here in the third quarter. They lead it by 30. Wolverines in the front court against the zone. Embry into the corner. Lincoln Palmer gets it down low to Maston. Back out Palmer. Thought about it. Now he'll put it on the deck. Loses it. Jacob Martin got his hands on it. Going quickly the other way is Gettler, and then he has it stripped. East Mills brings it back ahead in transition. Vandenberg to Urban. Back to Vandenberg in the corner. They play catch. Now they'll reverse it. Embry at the left wing. There's a skip pass down low to Vandenberg, who gets it back out. Palmer, they'll fire up an uncontested jump shot that's no good. Carpenter gets the board and then gets fouled as he came down with it.
Yeah, I think Palmer was kind of in that tweener about that mid-range jump shot. I think he thought about taking that to the rim right there and kind of left that short. So not much has gone wrong for the Wolverines in the second half, though, Ryan.
Lane Maston and Jackson Embry will both take some well-deserved breathers on the bench. 1:57 left in the third, a 30-point lead for East Mills. Gettler will walk it up across the timeline. Grebin using the left hand, stops. Jumper is no good. Good contest from Kyler Williams, who pulls down the rebound.
It's a good shot by Grebin right there. Just can't get some of those shots to fall. And tough mountain to climb right now for the Vikings.
There's Kyler Williams. Catch and shoot 3 is no good. Gibbs with the board for the Vikings. Bartlett brings it ahead. Tries a spin move, has it ripped away. Ends up in the hands of Zach Thornburg, who gets fouled.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration foul, I think, on Bartlett right there. Looked like he had a good move. Spin move with pickpocket. And that's the 15th foul, and that's going to bring free throws. Zach Thornburg is all over that one. He says, official, that's 5. Let's go down and shoot. I need to practice.
The official called the foul on number 10. Well, Stanton doesn't have a number 10.
I think it's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
So it'll be Zach Thornburg to shoot.
I think maybe he said 10 was shooting. 10 would be Thornburg's number, so he had that right.
So 2 free throws here for Thornburg. First one from Thornburg misses short. Stanton gets Logan French into the game. Bartlett will take a seat. Also Andrew Johnson in for the first time tonight, as Jacob Martin will head to the bench. Thornburg 1 of 5 at the charity stripe tonight. Again, 2 Wolverines in double figures with Lincoln Palmer and Lane Maston. Second free throw from Thornburg is no good, but an offensive rebound keeps it alive for the Wolverines. We'll get another extended possession here as they space the floor against a zone from Stanton. 1:10 left in the third. Kyler Williams in the corner. Now out front, Caleb Urban. Vandenberg into the corner. Thornburg. East Mills content to run a little clock here. 10 to shoot. Williams gets into the lane. Free throw line jumper is no good. Ends up in the hands of Brody Gibbs. Vikings run the other way. Nolan Grebin gets called for a travel.
Yeah, he slipped right there and just tried to do that little move and kind of skip around the defender. Lost his balance, and it's kind of been the story of the night tonight for the Vikings, isn't it, Ryan?
Now we got a whistle as they're going to get a towel out there, hopefully to.
They've done some good things, and they just really have never got any kind of continuity. I think you have to credit the Wolverine defense for a lot of that tonight.
Yeah. 46 seconds left in the third, 50-20.
This got off to a great start. Graven hit the first 2 shots. 4-0, they got a couple stops, looking good, and since then the Wolverines have just been in cruise control here.
East Mills with the ball in the front court. Zach Thornburg going to work. Kicks it back to Palmer, who gets double teamed as he enters the block. Now East Mills able to play catch. Kyler Williams, top of the key. Left side Vandenberg with 20 seconds left in the third. Urban gets in the lane, gets pushed and fouled. This will be on the floor, but it'll be free throws anyway. This is on Logan French, his first, and East Mills, of course, in the double bonus, so they'll shoot 2. Caleb Urban heads to the free throw line. Urban misses the first.
A little dry spell for both teams here in the last minute or so. Wolverines leaving some points out there on the free throw line. I'm sure that'll bring to the attention of Coach Schaefer at the quarter break.
Urban, a 51% free throw shooter on the season. The junior averages about 4 points a game. That one had a little bit better touch, but left it short. Now Stanton, a chance for the last shot of the third. Grebin brings it ahead, 9 on the clock. He's working one-on-one. Now he throws it over to Johnson. Johnson backing his way in the lane, tried to hit a cutting Grebin and stolen by Vandenberg. And then Vandenberg forces up a shot, too late, doesn't count. 50-20, East Mills all over Stanton. We head to the final quarter next on the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Tim Johnson with exciting news for individuals interested in affordable housing here in Southwest Iowa. We are updating all units at Heritage Terrace in Sidney, Valley View Villa in Tabor, Malvern Village in Malvern, and Shenandoah's Forest Park Manor as they become available for rent. Brand new window treatments, luxury vinyl tile, fresh paint, LED lighting, and many other exciting changes to come. Find out just how affordable worry-free living can be. For an application, call us at 866-228-6257.
Cover the secret to keeping engines running strong in off-road environments. John Deere Plus 52 engine oil, specially crafted.
30 Bedford. Welcome back into Malvern as we go to the fourth quarter, 50-20. East Mills cruising here past Stanton. They look like they will be into a district final. Bedford and Southwest Valley. Bedford's up 33-30. They're in the third quarter in that one, so of course we'll keep an eye on that. East Mills will have the ball first here in the fourth quarter. 30-point lead as they have their starting 5 out there. And they will run a little clock. Logan French gets hit with a foul.
Well, now the Vikings forced to go man-to-man. They've got to try anything to get some kind of momentum. Cut into this lead with the clock ticking down as their opponent right now.
There's a near steal from Stanton, but Embry able to corral it, get it back. And there is a steal from Nolan Grebin as he steps in front of the pass, gets all the way to the rim and lays it home for 2. So Nolan Grebin.
Tell you what, Grebin's played hard the whole game, though. I mean, Stanton guys have just battled, but just been taken out of their system tonight by this really, really good defensive team by the Wolverines.
There's a pick and roll as Palmer loses it on the way up, ends up in the hands of Thornburg. Maston jumps into a defender and will go to the free throw line for 2.
Good job by Zach. He could have taking that little tweener shot over his shoulder, decided to hit Lane Maston, cut in the basket. Give him reward for working hard. Free throws coming up.
2 free throws coming here for Lane Maston. 14 points and 8 rebounds for him tonight. And he knocks down the first.
I think we've seen the balance that Coach Schaefer's talked about in this squad. Any number of guys can get points, and they can get them in a variety of ways, Ryan, which is huge going forward here in this tournament play.
Perfect trip for Maston. It's 52-22. East Mills in front, 7-10 left here in the fourth, and then a foul on Kyler Williams.
And there hasn't been many of those tonight. They've played clean defensively, which is in their favor because the game can keep kind of flowing. They hadn't put the Vikings at the free throw line very much at all tonight.
7:08 left in this one, a 30-point lead for East Mills, 52-22. Here's Grebin, hoists up a 3 that misses everything. And now East Mills will walk it ahead. In the front court, Thornburg leaves it off for Embry. Good lead for Palmer for 2.
There's that teamwork. Palmer did a good job, as you mentioned, moving without the ball, and he gets rewarded.
Stanton brings it ahead. Jacob Martin, been the bright spot on offense, misses it. Good offensive rebound from Nolan Grebin on the follow.
Now he got up really high right there and tipped it in. Nobody boxed him out. He came from the outside.
And then Grebin will get hit with a foul in the front court. That's his second, team's third of the quarter. Stays with East Mills, and at some point here, Coach Schaefer probably going to get these starting 5 out at least as best he can.
Yeah, you got a game well in hand right now. You want to be careful that, jammed finger, twisted ankle or something as you start to set yourself up for that next game next Tuesday against the winner of the Bedford Southwest Valley.
East Mills will inbound from the sideline. Lincoln Palmer, who's led the way for the Vikings, or for the Wolverines tonight with 19, as there is Embry. He's up to 9, 56-24. Coach Schaefer trying to get this up to the running clock before he gets the starters out. Grebin working top of the key, contested jumper. He gets fouled, and 2 free throws coming for Nolan Grebin. Foul on Embry, his second, team's second of the quarter.
Wow, the senior Grebin here, he's going to go down fighting, that's for sure. This is indeed his last game in a Stanton uniform. High school, he wants to give everything he's got. He's done that tonight.
Grebin makes the first, he'll get one more. Averaging around 18 points a game on the season. And he makes both of those, he's up to 11. Back to a 30-point game at 56-26. 6 minutes left in the fourth. Stanton extending their defense out a little bit as Thornburg gets tied up, a jump ball. It will go to Stanton.
Yeah, good defense right there by the Vikings. Thornburg tried to split the gap, and ball got tied up on the drive. And a little bit of a mini run, but it might be a little bit too late tonight, Ryan, for the Vikings.
56-26. Stanton down by 30 with 5:45 left in this one. Logan French going to work one-on-one with Embry, and French misses it from point-blank range. Offensive rebound by Martin in the putback for 2.
Well, he's had a nice game tonight.
12 points for Jacob Martin to lead the way for the Vikings. Now in the front court, Thornburg has it, loses his footing. It goes ahead, and Grebin is able to lay it up and in.
First mini run of the night, but again, probably a little bit too late.
And there's a travel in the backcourt on Embry, an unforced turnover.
Yeah, I think Coach Schaefer says, you know what, we're kind of losing our composure a little bit. Let's get a timeout.
5:16 left in the fourth, 56-30. East Mills leads it on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.
Discover the secret to keeping engines running strong in off-road environments. John Deere Plus 52 engine oil, specially crafted for extreme conditions. Plus 52 ensures optimal engine efficiency and unmatched protection. Whether it's tractors, utility vehicles, or trucks, our oil gets the job done. Take advantage of discounts all month long at AgriVision Equipment. 10% off select packaged oil and 15% off filters. Contact AgriVision Equipment today or visit agrivisionequipment.com. Hurry, the offer ends on 2/29/24.
Kim Johnson with exciting news for individuals interested in affordable housing here in Southwest Iowa. We are updating all units at Heritage Terrace in Sidney, Valley View Villa in Tabor, Malvern Village in Malvern, and Shenandoah's Forest Park Manor as they become available for rent. Brand new window treatments, luxury vinyl tile, fresh paint, LED lighting, and many other exciting changes to come. Find out just how affordable worry-free living.
5:15 left in the fourth, 56-30. East Mills leads Stanton here in a Class 1A district semifinal. Out of the timeout, we have a jump ball. Lincoln Palmer ties up Gavin Ford, who was jumping into the lane. So the East Mills basketball with 5:06 left to play. Stanton will pick up full court. There's Zach Thornburg, almost had it poked away, now gets it ahead to Palmer. Good ball movement again from the Wolverines. Thornburg, little circus shot that goes up and in.
Yeah, a little hesitation. Grebin was going to try to block it from behind. A little dipsy-do move right there allowed him to get the ball in the basket.
Stanton coming the other way. There's French, starts in the lane and he traveled.
So I think Coach Schaefer's message maybe got through there to timeout.
He was pretty animated.
Well, and he just wants his guys to stay focused. I mean, you've had such a good, 3 quarters plus, and you don't want to let down here. It takes a lot of effort to keep advancing in this tournament.
East Mills in the front court. Kyler Williams steps out of bounds.
And again, credit the Vikings here. They're not going down quiet. They're coming out. They're scrambling. They're They're going to fight to the very end. Of course, these teams, rivals in the conference, and as you mentioned, this is the fourth matchup, so there's a lot of bit of pride right there too. You want to go down swinging.
Brody Holmes into the game for the first time tonight for Stanton. Preston Carpenter is out there. Here's Derek Bartlett, kind of a crazy shot that Embry cleans up. Now the Wolverines bring it ahead. Here's Kyler Williams, stops at the block, gives it off to Maston, who gets fouled, and Lane Maston will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Maston's been working hard. He had a nice first half there. Quiet, but again, all the balance. Just when you think one guy's going to kind of go really off, somebody else steps up. Embry quiet first half. He comes out with, 9 points
here in the second half. Maston up to 17 as he makes that free throw. He's close to a double-double. He's got 9 rebounds.
It's a quiet 17 because he just picks and chooses his moments and just seems to be around the basketball.
Second free throw is no good. Brody Holmes gets in the book with a rebound. 59-30, East Mills in front, 4:05 left here in the fourth. Grebin with a step-back 3, it's short. And the rebound into the hands of Embry.
Well, the Wolverines have done a really good job on both ends of the boards tonight.
Thornburg in the front court, kick out to Williams. He'll spin it back and reset. Here's Embry wide open for 3, he misses it.
I think he probably thought he was too wide open. It was like, well, there's that many looks like that tonight.
Vikings bring it ahead, 3:35 left here in the fourth. They'll play catch around the perimeter here as they run some clock. Derek Bartlett thought about it, and it was stolen away by Lincoln Palmer on post entry.
He's just kind of really crafty defensive player.
It's a quick timeout just for subs, so we'll keep it right here as East Mills going to start to empty the bench a little bit. Caleb Urban and Sheldon Vandenberg are both out there. Lane Maston, Jackson Embry, and Lincoln Palmer remain. 3:19 left here in the fourth, a 29-point lead for the Wolverines. There's a cutting Lincoln Palmer, easy layup. He's got 21.
It always feels like Lincoln Palmer's heading to the basket, doesn't it?
Yes. Movement without the ball, and he gets rewarded for it. 61-30 as there's a block shot by Embry. Embry coming the other way. Left-handed layup is good. East Mills looks like a well-oiled machine right now. They will be into a district final next Tuesday. Looks like they'll be playing Bedford. Brody Holmes misses a shot. Palmer gets the board. Bedford's opened up a 12-point lead on Southwest Valley halfway through the fourth quarter in that one. 2:29 left and counting in this one. And a bucket by East Mills would put us into running clock. Maston, long 2, it's good.
A nice step-out shot right there, that free throw line area.
So now we're into running clock territory with 2:10 left in the fourth. Bartlett fires up a jumper, it's no good, and Palmer with another board. 21 points, 5 rebounds for Lincoln Palmer tonight. Wolverines bring it ahead. In the lane, Vandenberg. Little contact, doesn't matter. He gets it down for 2. 67-30. 150 and counting here as both teams will go deeper into their bench. Grebin down the lane for what could be the final time as a Viking. He gets fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Well, again, East Mills came in 20-1 overall, had won 16 in a row, and Grebin got off to the hot start, but ever since then, it's just been all East Mills, and they look every part of this. One of the favorite seeds in this sub-state region. They're going to push this to 17 in a row. This is after a team that lost quite a few important players last year, too. Wasn't Mason Crouch? And, where were they going to go? Who was going to be the torchbearer? But I think what we've seen is tonight's kind of reflection of the season is it can be anyone.
Coach Schaefer is going to empty his bench. Stanton's also emptied theirs. Nolan Grebin with one more free throw. And he knocks it down, and that will send him to the bench and end what has been a fantastic 4-year career for the Vikings.
Yeah, I love the competitiveness of him right there. It's tough. It's one of those realizations you know it's going to come at some point. You just don't want it to come later. But what a great job, and as you mentioned, great career.
90 seconds left in this one, 67-32. East Mills leads it. Caleb Urban is out there. Michael Wilson holding the ball in the corner. There's Vandenberg. Gives it over to Martin Burnell. Now Vandenberg backing his man down. There's a jumper from Isaac Mills. It's no good. Offensive board to Vandenberg. He shovels this off to Wilson, who has it stripped. Stanton going quickly the other way. Andrew Johnson gets a layup up, and he misses it. Isaac Mills with the board, and then a steal in the backcourt by Gavin Ford, and a foul on East Mills. Caleb Urban picks up that foul. Clock continues to run here. Ryland Grebben will check in for Stanton. Brody Sowers also getting into the game tonight for the Vikings. There's a three from Andrew Johnson. It's good off the inbound.
Johnson, nice little pop right there.
67-35. East Mills leads. The shot clock is turned off. So East Mills can run this out, and they will be into a district final next Tuesday night. Southwest Valley High School against the winner of Bedford and Southwest Valley. A dominant performance tonight from East Mills. They win 67-35, and Brian, this East Mills squad, that third quarter especially, was very impressive.
Yeah, I really thought it took over in the second quarter. You know, Stanton come out with a lot of energy. Looked like they were going to hang around, but East Mills made that 11-0 run and kind of took control, and then that second quarter led 29-16 at half. Huge start to that third quarter, and they just look like a well-oiled machine. And again, different guys at different times. Ryan stepped up. Jackson Embry didn't score in the first half. He quality ends up with 11, but the balance, and I think that's one thing that Coach Schaefer really has to be happy with, is the balance of this squad. Is when you look at them, you're going to match up against them, whether, you know, Bedford probably. It's tough, and they've already have a prior meeting, don't they?
Yes, that's right. East Mills defeated Bedford in their only matchup this season. They'll see if they're able to do it again. Bedford has a 9-point lead with 2.5 minutes left in that one. We'll have a full recap of this one later on tonight. Video, pictures, all that stuff will be up at KMAland.com. Big thanks to John Lee for coming over and helping us out tonight on the video side of things. Again, a big thanks to Urban Developments for making this video possible this evening. For Brian Bertini, I'm Ryan Matheny. Been watching high school hoops on the KMA Extreme, KMAland.com.